Hello, my lovely spectators. Didi here. Welcome to my studio. So I am trying out a new position for my camera, which I think is working out really well. I have a lot of space here, except that I can't say anything on the screen. So I pray that I'm in the order of the screen. Also, I have a microphone on. This is a different one from another video. I'm on the fence. You guys tell me, does this sound better than previous videos? Does it not matter? I don't know. I'm gonna start the intro. Today is May is for me, and it is actually Friday. I haven't posted a video yet today, and I was on the fence as to what I was gonna do because there's so many options. Um, I could just make something, which I am gonna make something, but like I want to promote, right? So like there's the Finding My Floor from Cindy Scrap Brat and Candy's Crafty Creations. And I could talk about that because I want to use like my washi. Because I'm like, I don't use it. And I'm like organizing right now. And I said I could focus on that one little thing, show you what I've done and why it's not working, and maybe ask for some suggestions. Also use what you own. So let's use the washi. Roxy's weekly challenge, which she's making window pockets from window envelopes or whatever. And yeah, I wasn't sure what I'm gonna do. So I went scrounging. So this is not how I store my washi at all. This, I don't even know what the hell this is. This is a box of like whatever. Like I just throw it in here. Like I have these little round ones, some other shape ones. I'm not even sure what. I think this is fabric washi. So and I've got the 49 in Market, that kind of thing, and then you got the Temu of it all, and you got the what's his face, what's his name, what's that guy's name, the real popular one, him. And so I don't know like whose is what and what now, and I'm just like all over the place. I keep them kind of separate, but then it's like like, so I have another bag that I just recently got some 49 in Market from a visit to one of the local shops having a sale, right? And so I have that, but my bigger issue is these guys right here. I have this, right? And I lay them on the side. It doesn't really close, and I could see it from the side, and I could see it from this side, and it's beautiful, but where do I put this, right? So this was working for now. Mind you, this is just my current washi. Like I have washi from back in the day that's sitting in my to be a studio, like real studio space, and God knows how that's faring. So this is my other washi. These are like mostly Temu. I was trying to really keep track. So this is how they look that way. This is how they look this way. And I don't know, this is my solution was to do this, right? But it's not 100% working because they don't always stay out. What do you call it? All I did was rolled up some black pieces of cardstock in order for them to kind of grab on so that I could actually stand them up where they're not sliding everywhere or sliding out the little holes. So yeah, that's what I thought was working for me. And so I'm sharing that. I think that it could work a little bit better if I had a way to make sure that the top and the bottom stay together. If you know what I'm saying? Like I put it in here and I'm hitting the other side and then this one's popping out, and why are you acting like that? So they're all the same length, and this kind of works like this. That's not all, guys. I have one more, which has my PETs, right? All my shiny, pretties. So we're going to use this. Okay, so this is part of this is how I've been finding my flow with my washis, and I'm finding that it's not working. So I need another suggestion. So even though I hopefully would bring something to the table, I'm asking for a little bit of help. This is not necessarily how they're always going to stay, but this is how I have no storage where I'm at in a way that's functional. And then you buy some more, and now you have no space. But anyway, that is another situation here. So what I want to do to get the video started, and then actually just make some stuff with you guys, right? Is to use what I own, which is the washi, and then the what that I store, like I hold on to. So you guys have mentioned these before in some of the groups on Facebook that I am part of. I don't remember exactly where, but you guys who shop Temu are familiar with these guys, right? And they're cool looking, and they're craft paper, and you're like, we gotta hold on to them. What are we gonna do with them, right? So I just got another order today of two of the cards. So basically, there's journaling cards, I guess, postcards, whatever. I don't know. I forget what their vintage pocket watch is the name of the style. And what it is I'm gonna save. Well, maybe not. I don't know. We save this too. It's like, hello. It's a never-ending saving thing. So you get your little cards out and you have your little thing. Now this is cute because it has a different kind of oval. And you got your cards. Oh, look at the moshi. And this one has all these different funky pocket watch. There's nothing in the back. There's nothing to indicate that it is in fact a postcard, right? So it is to use with however you see fit into your journals. You could even make tiny journals with this, put one in the front, one in the back, and just add pages within them. So this is what I'm putting in my stash, right? But I'm going to take it out of and you know what? I need to find a box that holds this. I think these are 4x6. And I need to kind of organize it in that respect. These are, they're about 4x6, so just shy. So, and then I got these guys. Because, we always want to make a nice, cutesy little, retro kitchen type thing. So, so what do we do with these? That's what I'm thinking about. I'm going to put you on hold for a second. I need to get a couple of supplies, some scissors and stuff like that, and make a little bit more space here so that I could bring up that washi and be able to actually open it and actually do something. So I'll be right back. I didn't make that much more space. But I did grab a ruler, and I was starting to look at these guys. So their construction is that where I'm just going to take one apart. It's just basically right here. It's adhered, right, to the other side, right? So just like the cards, I was like, you could make pretty much, I guess, anything that you really wanted. You could, right? So like, look at this when it's open. So we've got this crease right here and this other crease right there. Okay, we've got the creases over here with that little bit that made the gussets, right? And then we have this bottom piece. So if you're looking like, what can I make with this? Well, one, you could just straight up cut this piece off, and just use this window for something, right? And then you would have this other piece where you could also use it for something else so that you have flat items, definitely, right? So let's just do that, and let's see what we're gonna, I don't know what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna take out the scissors, not the scissors, my blade. I'm going to make sure that I'm right there on the crease. Now, I like this to hold it so you feel like whatever, but it moves. So I'm not a huge fan of this triangle guy. But, we got to use what we own. And I own a bunch of scissors and a bunch of rulers, rather. You should see that. It's a hot mess. That's another organizational, constantly reorganizing. So this is it's not really huge. I'm not like a huge scrap keeper. I put things in my scrap until I get frustrated with the pile, and then I go through them. So here we have one thing. We could easily make a pocket. Remember that piece of acetate that we had? Guess what? We're gonna take the half of it. Let's just take this off. The half that doesn't have the writing, obviously. And I'm going to take off the gluey, no, I can maybe use the gluey part to stay there for now. But I'm going to take off this whole back, including there's a little hole there. So, I went crooked. So lovely. Okay. So I could add a window, an acetate window from the packaging itself. So we're going to do something with this and we'll make something from that, right? The back, we can do a couple of things. We have these wings here. We can leave them on here as we see fit, right? We could add another gusset on the bottom and make them be like gusseted so that they can hold a little bit more as a pocket. So that is a possibility. It is a rather deep pocket because it is 6 inches. So we could cut this down and get 2 pockets. That is a possibility. The other thing is that, you know what? We can get 2 pockets without having to cut and worry about lining up stuff. Let's line this up to the edge so that I can know where 3 inches is. So I'm lined up at 5. And what I'm going to do is from the gusset edge, I'm going to score, cut down to the other point right there. Okay? So now what I could do is I can have 2 pockets in one situation. And then I can just glue that down and I will have 2 pockets. So you can actually put glue down here, and across the bottom of this guy. Which means that since I have an oval there and a hole, we're going to need to mimic that as well. Let's see, what do I have here? I'm just looking for, no. Like so many things that shouldn't be where they are. This is a 1 inch. Let's see how it is in comparison. It's pretty close to a 1 inch, so we can mimic that 1 inch. No, it's not perfect and it's crooked, but that's alright. Okay, so almost there, right? So we can do that. So me with my craziness, my anal, like, oh my god, it doesn't match. I need to cut this little sliver off. I'm sorry. I just have to. It doesn't belong there. Okay, maybe I won't use it for anything else, but it doesn't belong there. Okay. So what can we do? So we have made 2 pockets. So from one simple boxy thingy that we got from Temu that we purchased cards in, we can get a window pocket. We can get a double pocket from that. Okay. What else can we do? Well, let's take one of these, right? Again, we're going to open it up the way that it is. Like this. Okay, let's open it like this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off the bottom here, the whole bottom. Okay, and we're going to put it in our stash until it frustrates me. And then I'm going to take off the whole side. And then we're going to put that again over there. And we have now, we can have a journal cover. Easily like this. So we can punch a little hole down here, a hole down here, and we can do a little bit of an elastic or a ribbon or something to make it look pretty. So you could turn these into that. So of course, you probably will need to get something that you could hide in the back. Of course, I wouldn't use one of these cards, even though you could take one of these cards like we said, and I could just take one of these as the front like that, right? And then I have myself this really funky little journal, mini journal, right? And if I wanted to, I put acetate on the other side, leave the pocket, make that a pocket in itself. So we're going to do that. But let's see, which one do we want to use? Which ones are we going to hoard for a little while longer, and which one can we use right away? So that's a little weird. This is a little more mainstream, as well as this. This is cutesy too. Okay. Oh, I like that one. This is like so cute. Anyway, ooh, let's see here. We've got this. We've got this girl reading. Didn't realize they were actual people. But then again, you never know what you're gonna get. These cards have become very prolific on Temu. And I guess they're reasonably priced because the images are printed. It's good heavyweight paper. I like that. And then you call it and whatnot. I was just thinking about somebody I can probably maybe send that to. I'm not sure. Things like that, little things to take note of. Yeah. So anyhow, so they're like I said, they're not cheaply made, but we know that they're AI, right? So that's not a thing. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess they're all chicks in the center. Yeah. So they're all. So they may be repetition. The other one didn't have any, so I don't know if this one does. But so we'll just pick one, which is going to be which one? Let's see here. I kind of like the old guy, but I'm like, because this would be something that I can just gift, like that. Okay. You know what? I think I'm gonna do the two ladies. I have friends that I can gift a little notepad to, no problem. And you've got, a female representative on the cover. Where's the other lady? Where's the other chick? Here she goes. Okay. So we're gonna do. We can make 2 of those, and yes. So we're gonna do that. So we're gonna have 2 little journals that we're gonna complete, and what else? No. I think I'm gonna just do another set of the trio with the acetate. So we're gonna have 2 books and 2 trios. So we would be using 1, 2, 3, 4. I had 12 of these guys, so I guess it is what it is. We're gonna use that many. It's not gonna be that much. So let me prep these, and we'll be back. Okay, I am back. So let's take the prep that I did so that way this video isn't taking 17,000 hours, and talk about what we can make out of these little pocket packaging, whatever you call it. So I had 10 of them, and then I had opened up 2 other ones. 10 of them that had these ovals, right? And then I had 2 that had these guys here. So let me show you the type of things that we can make and how many is potentially there, but we're not going to do them all. So the first thing was to just take off the front. We added the acetate back here, so not pretty here. We're going to do some decorating together, and that's what we're going to do to finish up that one. I also cut up this one with a slice down the center to make a double pocket. We can glue and we can glue, and then we would have a shallow and a not so shallow, or just glue down here, and you would have one longer and one shallower. So we're going to decorate that. So that's something that could have come from one card, right? One card packet, whatever. Then we also had another, let's say one of these. Well, we could take the front, just make another window, right? We have that, and then the back we're just going to make a full pocket, which we could put to the side. It could be for a nice huge tag. So we have 2 of those to decorate, right? So that's 2 of them. The other thing was to take one, clean it up completely, and actually use one of the cards that possibly came with it, and we're going to make like a little mini journal. So that's going to be another one. So that's 3 that we've already used. We have another set of this. So we would get another one of these, and then the pocket, we could get creative. I did it on a slant. We'll decorate that. So that's however many. I'm not even sure right now. I said I was going to count, but then I'm not counting. We also had another one, right? So I have another one of these and the back. So all I did was I folded it up this way this time to create like that double pocket in that respect. And we're going to decorate that. We're not going to decorate a whole bunch of these. We're going to have a whole bunch left. So right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, let's say 5 of them utilized, right? 5. Over here, we have the other 5 with all of the elements that we can make into stuff. So replication, like same kind of things, right? Pockets, windows, etc., etc., etc. So we're just going to make the one off. So we're going to do the little journal and set that up. We're going to do the full pocket so that we can put it sideways and, just as a side tuck, kind of a sideways thing for a long tag or whatever, or for a big tag. We have a bunch of these. I put acetate already on one. I have to find some more acetate for the others, but we have quite a number of those. So we don't need to do more than one because you got the idea. We are gonna do the nice cutesy one, and we have the double pocket. We have the double pocket, and we have the double pocket in 3 different ways, right? All from the back. So this back piece that has the gusset, we've got a full pocket, the double pocket with the notches, the slanted pocket, and a folded double pocket. So we're going to decorate those. We've got 2 different windows. You can get the idea with this. So we're not going to do this together because you guys will be able to do that. And then we'll put together this little journal situation. So I don't want to bring much more into the mix other than the washi tape that I had already shown you guys. So let's get to putting some stuff together. The easiest, the pockets are easy. They're flat, right? These are more about. So what we're going to need to do is if you do the folded pocket, you're definitely going to need to miter right here because you need to separate them and also take out some of that bulk. So when we do that little snip, notice that I did ink everything. I'm able to then fold this in, give it a little gusset, and then fold that for the back to be put onto wherever you're going to be adhering this. Okay, the other ones you can take out a little bit of our side here just so that it doesn't, it's still going to have the gusset, but it just has a little bit of more space for the glue to be at the bottom to really adhere. Okay, I wouldn't take anything out of here because I don't want the integrity of this slice to happen, to fall apart or anything like that. Same thing with this one. I'm going to take out a little bit on this corner and a little bit on this corner. Okay, and the same thing over here. I'm going to take a little bit on this, a little miter on this, mitering. Okay, so we'll have all those little cornery bits floating around. I feel like it's a little dark. So let me get my lamp going for you guys or myself because, blind lady over here. I've got my YouTuber on the back. I think Seven Plaza. She's in the room with me. She's whatever. She's on mute because we can't, be putting other vocals and stuff like that. So I grabbed a bunch of, I'm not sure where this washi came from. I think this might be a name brand. I'm not sure if it's a Temu brand, but it is the Washi Tape. So I kept it here in the mix. This one has stamps already shaped, so that's in the mix, as well as this one. And then all these other ones that have different kind of shapes we're going to be playing with. And I do want to pull out some of the ones that I showed you earlier because they have those like cutesy effects. Now, where did I put them? Oh, they're right next to me. Hello. Hello, Brainiacs. They're right next to you. So, I want to start with this one because I think these are the simplest, right? You put the little piece of acetate, you have this word that's not a word. And it's not cutesy either. Let's Let's get you a little bit more. Yeah, down here. Okay, cool. So what I want to do is I want to get a couple of pieces. Piano paper is so little. We're gonna put it in our stash because we are psycho right now and we're just collecting up everything. So what I want to do is I want to get something that has a little bit of fun color so that it's enough of a darkness to cover up the letters. And I think on a lot of these, I might be using, like I said, the big word ones. So we're going to push that over here. We're going to have a Craft-a-Lantra possibility happening here, but, you know, it is what it is. So I think I'm going to go to this washi tape and try to grab a floral or something to put into the window, definitely. See, I don't think that this is not going to cover that well. So I need something that has a little bit more opacity. And so let's keep looking over here. Let's see here. Just a little strip. All I want is a strip. Okay, let's go here. Okay. So these were purchased. I now have 2 of these. I got a nice big roll for whatever. This was another stamp one. Nice. Actually 2 of those. And this is, I believe, let me not talk. I don't know what brands are what. Why am I lying? I'm not going to lie to you. Why am I lying to myself? Because, you know, I don't know. So let's see. Let's take this and see how this is. So this has some butterflies. If I put it on top of here, you kind of still see it. No bueno. I need something that's a little bit more opaque. Let's see. This is not going to be any better. I don't know why I'm trying this. All right. Oh, pineapples. No. We're not doing pineapples. That's not happening. Let's see here. What is this? I know this is, I want to say this is super thin. It's not going to work either. It's also older. This is probably one of those like purchases, you know, at the place that I visit. These coffee beans or shells? What do you guys think? That's definitely not going to cover it. So I think I'm going to go the route of graph paper. So I already have a piece cut from yesterday's project, which is my twin cheese. So let's go ahead and grab that. Let's cover that there. It's not the most, you know, how do you call it, perfect thing. So let's see. We need to get it to probably about here, but it has lines, so we don't need to trim off. We're going to take this out. So this is the washi from Temu, so it's paper washi. So it still fills into, you know, using what I own, is which is trying to decorate and use washi and these little things that we collect. So I'm trying to give you some inspiration. All right, again with the damn peeling. I did realize, and I apologize, if you watched my video yesterday and you were like, girl, you're not saying anything. I forgot when I was editing and I was throwing all the pieces and all the files together that I was supposed to fast forward a section. So my bad on that respect, that it was silent for a minute and you were watching me peel this apart. Hopefully you fast forwarded and not just bounced. I was able to see the rest of what transpired when I was making my Twitchy book, which I have been getting a lot of nice comments. People are very enthusiastic about it. They're loving the idea, and they've given me some nice little compliments on how it looks. So definitely happy with that decision. So here we go. So now we have this. Let's go back to this tape here. Let's see. Is this individual or do you have to cut them individual? I don't even know. So we could take out one of these. I like that. You're gonna make this a pocket, so something's gonna come in. You don't really want to obscure it completely. So let's take out these 2 situations right here. Okay. And we're gonna put this guy back over there. And there's little randos, like this looks like a bird, but it's not a bird. Little florals and stuff like that. So I believe this tape is completely, yeah. So almost like you need to fussy cut the pet tape. So we're just gonna go around it, not too crazy because it is transparent. But you know, we do have to contend with the shine of it all if that bothers. And pet tape is not probably the thing for you, but it's okay. You know, it's all right. I'm not too opposed to it. So I print a lot of digitals on transparent sticker paper so that I can utilize them on things. So we're gonna do that. So we have that there. And could we put the other up here? Yeah, I think so. Let's do that. So we took this little sheet of pet sticker. Okay, I'm not gonna try to go around it. Like I said, it's a little bit, not too much. It is. Oh, I cut off a tip. Doesn't matter. You didn't see that. No one saw that. Okay, and we're just gonna go around this. So, you know, using your window, you can also highlight that window with, you know, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna put that right there. Okay. Hopefully the hands are clean so that nothing's stuck to the back of these things. I know this is horrible. I know it's bothering you. I need to put it back to close up the tape. That's what it was. So that it doesn't flap all over the place. My bad. Okay, there we go. All right. And then, because why not, we're putting another little cluster up here to kind of cascade down. And that'll be how we decorate. I stained it. I inked the edges of everything, the outside and the window, with walnut stain, in case you're wondering. Okay, now we do have these other little bits. Now, are we going to throw these out? No, we're not. Can we add them? Possibly. Might it be a little bit too much? Maybe. I'm not sure. So I think I'm going to hold off on that and just have a basic kind of situation here. So there we go. So we have our pocket, and then whatever we slip in there, we'll be able to see what it is. So hopefully something pretty. Of course, all the stuff we make is pretty. I think I'm going to wind up making a little like holder or something for all the little bits that are like this that I can use for other things. So I'm going to put that to the side because I do have a thing over there. So one thing is done. So all of the cards that you could get from here, right? So after we said and done, we have like almost 8 or 9 of these. This is what you can do, right? We can have that. If it feels a little lacking to you and you want to add a little something interesting, you know what? I will just cut another piece of this washi tape. And if I wanted to, I could add this here for a little bit of interest, right? I can do that. I could do that, possibly, right? I'm just like the type of person. I know that that's called auditioning and whatever, and I'm just like, I'll do it, and then it's like, come on, is it really not necessary? Eclectic is the word when we're coming to junk journaling. At least in my brain, that is the word. Oh, true. Are we gonna have a washi tape battle with this damn peeling of the washi tape? It's like when you're home, right there it goes. When you're by yourself, you got nothing better to do, no problem. Let's put it to the edge because there is an edge there, and then it will itself go over there and go over this. So yeah, I'm not mad at that. I think it's a nice little addition, right? And if I wanted to, which why not? They're right here. Here's a nice little floral stamp. It says 12 cents. If I want to just obscure this little thing there, maybe not. Maybe right here. Okay, I'm good with that. Okay, so now I will consider this done and put it in a mustache to be used at a later date. So there's one item done. Okay, now we can take something big like this. This allows us for an opportunity to use these really big, nice washi paper. These are fabric ones. So I'm gonna take that and I'm going to put that here. I think it rips like medical tape. Let's see. Let's see if we first cut a little thing into it. Will it rip? Yes, it does. Okay. So it will fit right here. Okay. Now it is how do you say, it is still washi, so the adhesion of it all is not, always going to be. Let me cut a little tiny sliver here so I can get that same kind of wispy edge, because I'm not trying to match up whatever. Right, so we're going to do something like that. Okay, so I'm just going to put a bunch of glue on here. Okay, and my intention with this one is for it to be a side, on the side with am I gonna save this? For now, I'm gonna put it over here on the arm of the overhead thing. And actually, let me put this flat so that I don't have that battling me too much. Okay. So we're going to look at this and try to kind of center top to bottom. Give ourselves that at least, right? And it does need to be pulled a little bit here. All right, so a nice base, if you have these big ones, just cover the whole entire front of something and you are good on that respect. Now, obviously, do we want to add something else? But of course, what are we going to add? I don't know yet. Let's see. Maybe we can have something that's black and white, but that actually, you know what? Where's my pets? I think I have something, which I mean, you may be like, "That's the that don't go, Missy," but I'm good with it. It's like photography kind of. Let's see, yeah, it's like a photography kind of thing. So it's got like these little things. They're like this is the one that's like the chat with us, like Instagram postings, kind of, you put it and you make it. There's another one that I had. I think it was slightly different. No, there's a spider one. There's a spider. Well, like this. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Who knows where that's from? Show your age, my followers. Show your age. Here we go. Got all of these. I also got this, which I found very interesting. So maybe I will incorporate it because, hey, why not? So this is black and white, and I'm looking for something to add a little something to it. This is a splotchy kind of thing that's not going to really do anything. So, I see. Oh my God, I still can't see the time frame. I need to keep putting up the watch, the clock. I think it's this one we looked at. This is kind of similar, but this feels more like how do you call them? Uh, what's the word? Magazine, you know? So like I can do something like that. That would be cool. That would be cute. To do that. Yeah, this is still the same. And this is regular film. You know what? I'm telling you, I don't muss, I don't fuss. Let me put that over here. Hold that for a moment. You wait right there. And then we're going to put the sticky part back over here. And then what I was thinking of is this one that I have here. Adds a little iridescent, but it's still transparent. Translucent, transparent. You see what I'm saying? Like it's funky. It's funky. So if I wanted to add a little color, why not? And I like this. Watch. Just take the one you need. I think this is from Temu as well. I don't know how well it's gonna stick. So we're gonna wish for the best. We're going to put some glue down and hope that it doesn't show up too much. But it's very thin. So I'm going to put this here. Okay. I feel like I want to put it here. Don't know why. There's no sun up in the sky. Stormy weather. Anyway. It's a little crooked. It's a little crooked. Okay, so it does come off. So the fact that it comes off that easily is not an endorsement. So let's see what happens when I put a little bit of adhesive on the corners, around the edges, like try to get as light as I can, which with my thick old thumb in the way is not helping. Okay, let's do that. Oh, okay, it's disappearing. Maybe because the fabric is absorbing. The fabric of it all is absorbing. And then we're going to take, even though I was thinking the butterfly, I think I kind of want to put it, I don't know. See, because it has, ah! Oh my goodness, guys. What did I do to myself? No. See, that there's stuff that says on the bottom that I wanted to show, but then you're like, see, this is what happens when you don't audition things. Okay, people. Okay. All right, I'll put this here. You know what? It feels like what's going on. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna look for something else. We're gonna look for another sticker we can put there that is gonna give us something fun. And let's see here. Do I have little individual pieces of something? Quite possibly, but maybe not. Oh, this might be interesting. So we're gonna make a little plasticky collage. We're gonna take a little bit of this and we're gonna fit it into there. Yeah. Okay. Okay. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make ourselves a little collage here. So let me make sure. Does that fit? It does fit. I like that. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay. As this is sticking sticker on sticker, I am not going to worry about adhesion. I'm just going to worry about getting it correct. So if I could raise an edge, this is what's going to kill the video. Washi tape killed the video. Okay. So I'm going to fold it slightly and use the trick we all love and love, so that I can actually see where I'm putting it, have movement on it. Okay. Then once I'm happy, I glue that part down and I'm gonna push up the rest. That's cool. That's a winner, chicken dinner, I think. So this is done. We're done and done. Pocket, right? Glue pocket this way. The orientation is set because of the way that this is. Woo! Oh my god, people. All right. The next thing is this double situation. So obviously, you know, you're gonna have two pieces here. You could put another piece of washi around the bottom, and we could do that as an accent first. So let's actually look at something like that, because why not? Right? No. So let's go back to the pet, because I saw something before that I thought was really pretty, which is this. What if we put mountains on each of these? Or do we put mountains on one and something else on the bottom? No, I don't know, guys. What do you think? What do you think? Let's see here. I have this brick that kind of, let's just do it. Let's just do it. We're just going to cut a piece because I don't like to fuss and muss and all of that. So we're going to cut a piece of this washi for up in the sky, up in the upper regions of the two pocket guy. And then in the bottom, we're going to ground ourselves with some stone wall. Okay. And so we're just going to cut a piece there. Approximated the measurement, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so I'm going to flatten this out a little bit. And we're going to take our first little guy here. And let's get this going. Okay, thank gosh. Thank you. Thank you. So I'm going to use the edge of the paper. So I still have a lot in plastic wise. And then this part right here is going to anchor. Remember, I know I'm going to fold that, so I'm not worried about that. And then we're going to be able to just slide it on over to the other side. Perfect. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing up here. This feels like a little sticky, but it is what it is. So we're just going to pretend like it's not that sticky. Alright, and we're going to do the same thing in that respect. Get this to start a little bit. Come on, bro. Oh, you know what else, though? I don't mind. That's alright. I was like, maybe I should. Yeah, you know what I am. I'm going to get rid of some of this. I should have done it to this one. Like I said, the sticky and the clear, I mean, sometimes it's just a necessary evil. But if you can cut a little bit of away of it, you know, why not? Doesn't have to be perfect. But I messed up by not doing it on the bottom one, so. But so be it. You learn, you realize, and you keep it moving. Okay, there we go. As long as I still have this edge here, which is going to be the edge that's going to help me to take on the placement. So I'm going to put this here up to the cut line. Oh my goodness. Up to the cut line. I lost my thing. Here we go. Okay. Onto the cut line. Then we're going to go like that. And we're going to go and place this. Now it is washi, and I'm like, well, you're like, hello, you didn't reinforce it, you didn't add any adhesive, and that's true because I know that it's going to do a little bit of a wraparound. So with this one, I'm realizing that I really did. That one, it laid down lovely, so you really can gauge, right, your situation. So over here, I want to do that. And I'm just going to turn this over and I'm going to try to, nope, this one's not sticking. This one's being a pain in the butt. So we're just going to add more adhesive. If I had my Scotch tape quick, I'd add some Scotch tape. This guy, on the other hand, is laying down lovely. So we're just going to cut off the extra. Oh my God, I hope that you saw me. I hope that you saw this. And this is going to be, yeah. So, yeah, I don't like that one. So that's really going to be used up because it's already losing its sticky. Okay, so now we have this pocket. When we fold it over and we glue it down, it's going to reinforce that staying in place as well as over here. So we've got the ground and the sky kind of. And so we can add a little something else that we can put here. Let's see, what do we have? We had something that looked like leaves. Have you guys purchased anything like that? It might be in the other bin. Yeah, it was like this kind of thing. Or I might have finished it up where you had these. So this one was just holding and staying there. So let's try to put something here. Like, what could we add? Could we add to the thing? Oh, let's add this little guy. He's on the brick wall. Ooh, he's on the brick wall. Let's just put him here. No, there you go, little buddy. We can, well, yeah, putting a big old butterfly up there makes no kind of sense. Let's add a little bit of leafage, right? So like from here, there's a little bit of leafage onto the sticker, like it's coming off from there. We're just making a little vignette of things. There's words in here, which is fine. I'm not, whatever. And the roll, where does it repetition happen? Love this. It happens, yeah, from here. So this is how long this roll will be when we look at it. I feel like I want to put something up here, but I don't know what for sure. But you know what? It's got a couple labels. Let's take a label. Okay. And let's put a little label up here. Because, hey, why not? Oh, come on. Trying to use up my washi. It's a little crooked. Why do I do this to myself? I don't know. I don't know. You know what? It is really difficult, guys. And, you know, other creators who record themselves know it's hard when you can't get right up on top of things because you want everybody, you guys, to kind of like see what's happening. So, yeah, that is the thing. So we have one little thing like that. So I want to take one of these that is a little smaller and just add a little stamp there. Yeah, why not? I'm easy going. I'm easy to please. Not a worry. Oh, let's give this guy a little brother or sister or whoever popping up over here on this one. I guess. So something up in the sky. Is it a bird or is it a plane? Is whatever. I don't know. It's causing their eye to be distracted. Okay, yeah, I know. Like why? Why did I do that? Because I'm a cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Okay. Gonna leave that like that. And just because I feel like I need something, we have simple plain old washi that is silver. We're just gonna take a piece of washi that is silver and we're gonna add it to our little, we're gonna call this a little mini cluster over here of stuff. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go wrap it around because why not? And are you making me look like a liar over here, this guy? I think this pocket situation is done. So there we go. We have a double pocket made out of one of those sides. And again, this one is not being my friend, bro. We'll take some of this washi, tape him down. I don't want it to get out of hand over here. So look, this one I was like so happy. It was all cool, whatever. And now it's coming off. So I don't know if it's the pull of the bending. Okay. So you can make a double pocket. Let's keep it moving. This is getting too long. You know what? I'm gonna skip doing this because this is kind of like the same idea. I might find something funky to put this way, and then just put a cluster. You know what? We have to do it. We have to do it. Stop it. Just do it. Stop talking and do it. We have all these pretty washies that we don't utilize, man. We gotta use them. So what is this one? Oh, this is this is one you gotta cut up the pieces. Yeah, this was not the one that I'm going to use here. Let's use something else. I have colorful situation like this. This is fun. See, I could do that, but that's too big. Right? That's too big for this one. This would be good for another one of those side pockets, right? For a totally different vibe. Okay, hold up here. Nope. One more thing to look at, and then we're gonna keep it moving. No. Okay, let's go over here to this side of the board. This is map based. Maps. So let's see what we have here. We can maybe, right? Because we buy it, we gotta use it. Let's put that over there. How does this look? Okay, so it's got a few different like pieces, right? It doesn't quite cover the entirety, so maybe I'm gonna hold off on that for that one over there. All right, we're keeping looking, we'll keep it going. Oh, I got these because it was like, oh look, this is so cool. It's like burnt edges, burnt. Come on, bro, let's go. All right, there we go. All right, let's put this. I know we put the sticker here. Oh, you don't want to stick on me? Okay. Look at that. Some funky, like apothecary. I don't mind this being on a slant. Let's use some of that. We're gonna do that. Okay. The other thing, let's see, I had. It's kind of funky, but I don't know. Where did it go? Here it is. It's some like Leonardo da Vinci style things here. That doesn't kind of go with the coloring. Kind of like, it's there, but it's not quite there. So let's put this down first and see how we're feeling. And we are forgetting to put this on the thing inside the thing. Okay. Okay. So let's just do this one. Let's take our washi. Let's see how we feel about this washi. It could probably use a little bit of assist. So I'm just gonna do a quick little swipe of glue versus using the glue stick. I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna take this off completely because I need to do him on a diagonal. And I know my diagonal was a little off when I did it. Okay. All right, I'm not mad at this. I like it. There's a little hint to the macabre right there, which again may not be everybody's jam, but that's okay. All right, let's see. What else can we do? So we could put something up here, definitely. We need to put something down here for sure, for sure. And, this is what I was telling you. I had these. They don't go. Because they have that white, and I'm not about trying to deal with that white right now. So, like, kind of, well, you know what? I could try. Hold up. I could try one and see if I just do that. And on the sticker roll, I can knock it back quite a bit as well as this. Okay, so let's see. We might use those two. They're prepped and ready to go. We also have these washi kind of tapes that came from like Temu as well, but they're very much close to that. Too close. I thought they were a little bit different. We have the yellows and the golds. You know what? This might have. Let's use one of these again that has that coloring. Because remember, we can just skip over. Right? I can grab this. Okay. And I'll put the other ones away in a minute. Where's my other one? Let's put this guy away. I think we got enough of that. Okay, and that goes back up here. So we have some that kind of go with the coloring, right? So we can, let's see here. Maybe I just cut up a few. I don't know if I'm like the best at cutting straight, but we're gonna find out. Probably not. And we're going to maybe put this here. And then we're going to take a piece here. We're going to kind of overlap so we create a different color there. And then let's do another quick overlap. Something a little bigger, but more square. I'm approximating again, guys, approximating. So we're creating a cluster down here. So again, this is not the best of the washi, whatever. I kind of feel like it was in the office supply kind of vein where it's like more to like put over, highlight something, write your own notes on it. And I said, oh, I want that. I love it. It's cute. So I purchased it to do stuff here. Stuff here. Not stuff at work. Not at all. Okay. So I'm going to fold that. I'm going to put this here. Try to get it on the edge. All right. Let's see how this looks when I smush it down. All right. Hopefully it's going to glue a little nicer. Okay. We're going to... See, I don't like that's doing that. No me gusta. But we're going to just deal with it. Hopefully when it dries, it's going to be a little better in terms of that. Oh, come on. All right. We're going to put this one down here, lined up on the edge with this one because, you know, right angles. I'm going to leave this a little bit. Put some glue there. Hope for the best when it dries. And then I had another piece that I was thinking to just do that with. So I'm not mad at that. We're going to do that. And this one has Again, it's just the little pieces here and there. And we're going to hope that it doesn't, cause any problems later. Okay. Okay. So I like that overlapping thing. I just don't know what's going to happen. So that'll be a work in progress that we don't know what's going to happen there. And I still feel like I want to put something there. So where are my little skeletons that are not my medical, because we got the thing here. Let's see. I put one here. Okay. And then I'm gonna put another one here. Okay. I'm not mad at that. And then I feel like graph paper might work, and I'm gonna do a little tweaking to this that may or may not work, but I'm gonna put it. So I need a marker. Where's my, not a marker, but a pen or whatever to work with. Come on. Oh my goodness. I can't even turn my thing. Oh no. I guess we are using a marker. Well, this is like a cheapy marker too. Because waste not, want not. We're going to keep everything we own on to, oh no. We're going to figure it out. So I'm going to go from here. Beep, 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 beep. I know you don't understand. I have to be able to entertain myself sometimes. Okay. I went a little off, but I know I don't need all that. Okay. So we're going to figure this out. We're going to move the bubble head over here, kind of there. And I kind of want to put this like as a funzie. I think it's cute. I think it's fun. I'm going to put it because I did it. I like it. All right. I don't even know how long. Oh my God. This is like 40 minutes. All right, guys. I am just doing too much, guys. I'm doing too much. I'm trying. And I feel like an imposter here because what have I taught you today? What have I had to really break down to you today? Nothing really. I mean, we did, give you some ideas for these boxes that we all know we have from Temu. These will be scraps. They'll be put someplace else and stuff. And like, I think I need another one just because the rule of three. So let's look on this guy here. If I have something that I could just hit up. Another head? Sure, why not? So let's hit up that for some grunging around the image. And let's just hit that there. Okay. So this is the next pocket done. I have a morbid, macabre kind of journal in my brain that I'm thinking of. Do we have anything that might fit? Probably not. These are all very much, what is it called? Botanical? Yeah, that's the word, botanical. Even though medicinally, let's take this because you know why? Because there's I don't know, it gave me honeybee vibes. So we're gonna put that little guy right there. And he does need a backer. He needs a friend. So we're gonna go back to this washery and take out the black one. We're gonna lift him up again. Put the black one down. Again, get it straight, girl. Get it straight. Put it down. Okay. Then we will be able to kind of put our little. Now she feels finished. Maybe a little splatter stamp, but I ain't gonna go there right now. So what do we have left, guys? We have the journal cover left and we have the double pocket. This is kind of like, I guess, a no-brainer in the respect that we're gonna just glue her down to the front. And then in the back, we're going to put something as well because we need to cover this. We could turn it around because we're not going to need the pocket, right? And we can kind of like do this and ignore that little dip right there. Cover here and then leave that pocket, leave it like that. I don't know. So this is going to be something that you could do. I'm not going to do it because we have been together for a while and I do know you have lives. So that's another idea. I'm going to put it on the back burner and stuff. But let's tackle this last one, which is another pocket from these things, right? So let's see what we can use. What's the funness? Oh, the maps. The map. It's the map. So I'm going to take some of the map right here. I'm going to cut a section of it. Okay. And then on the bottom, because I don't want to do 2 map layers necessarily, we'll figure something else out. Yeah, so yeah, I'm going to take a piece of this washi and close this washi because, okay, so what I'm going to do is before I close it up, is there any words we can read? Yes, something like that. I'm going to take the map washi tape and I'm going to try to get it straight. What do you guys think? It's a little low on this side. Oh no. All right, I think that's good. I don't know. I'm committing. It's good. I'm committing. You can keep these and put other stuff on there. I like sticky stuff, but that's another thing we start to hoard. Again, sorry. He's not happy with me being out like that. Okay. So we've got that. We've got this one that's going to come up. This is going to get folded back and put on the wall. The wallpaper, whatever page. This is going to get put like this. So we need something that kind of goes a little bit with that. Sort of, maybe adjacent. I don't want to put another piece of map. We also have some of these little guys that are tickets. Admit one and whatnot. And I'm like, this white stuff is that's a little too aggressive. So I'm just gonna cut around real quick. Just get in there, hope for the best. If I cut a little off, I'm okay with that. If I miss a little white, it's not the best, but it's gonna have to be. Okay, so we got that going. So we've got the admit one, right? And then this one is a tall one, so I need to cut this out, maybe tuck it on the side of that one. So we're just going to do the same thing, a quick little swoopy around those divots. Yeah, I have become a much better fussy cutter. I hated it when I used to do scrapbooking a lot and card making. It was not my jam. Now it's kind of like almost a prerequisite to be a junk journaler or journaler because you got so many things you got to do with the fussy cutting. So we got this going on right there. We're going to do the admit one to kind of offset it. Okay, a little tiny cluster there. The white is a little bit, so what I'm just going to do is kind of grunge this up a little bit more. And I know it got a little aggressive, so I hit some up over here, add to the texture. You know what? If we do something, we just make it work. We make it work and we just keep moving. Right? So then over here, I might just add a few more grungy little spots, even though I don't know what I'm putting quite yet. But we're getting there. We're almost there. I love this one, but we're not going to use that here. What is this one? What is this one? No falling, no avalanche. I don't know what this is. Do you think that might be a nice little juxtaposition of coloring? Let's do that. Let's do that. It gives me, I don't know, I kind of get like mappy vibes. Yes, definitely. It says route, whatever. There we go. There we go. Yes, perfect. I love it. Love it when Not a plan. I love it when things work out when you have no plan. That's what I meant. That's what I was trying to say. That's what I should have been saying. Okay, so this is going to go over here. This is going to go over there. Okay, so I'm going to glue it down now because we're done and done with that. And then we'll add a little more decoration on the bottom there. And again, I'm trying to stick to washies. I have like a ton of stickers over there, right? I'm still calling these washies because they came on a roll. But you know what I'm saying, right? So it's open to interpretation. And my interpretation is that. Okay, this needs to be held a little bit. Okay. What do I want to do? I kind of want to add something a little, I don't know, whimsical. I just got some of this. I have to add this into my mix. I'm not adding it to this, but I'm saying this guy I got from Ollie's the other day for $1, and I got 2 of them. I don't know where the other guy is. Anyway, so he's probably under there, and I'm gonna put him in with my stash. Going back to the splatter of it all, not this one specifically, but I do have. I thought I had other colors relative to this. So let's see what's in this roll. I feel like this roll might have some orange in it. No, it does not. Hello, Sanchez. What's your problem? Okay. Guys, I know I'm trying. I got one more. You know what? It probably is this one that has a little more of the orange. Let's see if it has the lightness. I kind of feel like I want to add something. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm just going to do it. We're going to do it. So this will go in the stash, like all the loose bits. And then I got to take this guy out. Okay, and we're going to cut around it a little bit because why not get rid of some of that shine. All right, let's stick him here. Let's hide her in here, and then we will just tape the whole thing up. All right, so this is going to be the last one, guys, that I'm going to do with you guys. I appreciate it so much that you, if you have stuck it out and stuff like that, and, hopefully if you've had these things sitting around in your stash, maybe now you'll be like, oh, let me cut them up. Let me turn them into some stuff. And let me know how that goes. If you're new, please subscribe. That would be awesome. Share the video, give me a comment, tell me what's up and what's up with you rather. Yeah, this is Maze for me, and I am just trying to build my channel. And this month I'm just having fun making stuff and kind of figuring it all out. So we're just gonna place that. I think I want this blob to be up here. Okay, just to have that little offset of color. It may or may not, nope, it's not going to stay over, so we're just going to trim her up. Trim her from this side. More control, and I would be less likely to cut the edge that's exposed, which I sometimes do. It just happens. Okay. All right. Still need something. If you've been here a minute, you know the drill, guys. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate that constant watch time, that constant viewing time and all of that. And so look, I completely missed it because I'm trying to do one thing with one hand. This is still stuck on my finger. I'm sorry. I'm one of these Puerto Ricans that, you're at the party and we say goodbye and it takes us like a half an hour to say goodbye. And you know what? I am guilty of that, and I know quite a few people were also guilty of that, so it's not something I'm lying about. It's just, we are very, very much friendly people. Oh, you know what? Maybe I'll take that. That might be a little bit too big though, but I could put it on there. And I saw a stamp. I want to take that stamp. So yeah, so I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna let you go. So let's consider that this is the byes, goodbyes, and the thank yous, and the encouragement, and hello, help me get to 500. Watch out for that video when it happens. All that good stuff. Do I want to do? No, I kind of want to do that. Okay, I can't cut it like that, can I? After the fact, let's see. Can I just tear it Let's see how badly this predicament happens. Oh no, it tears like washi. And because it's on plasticky stuff, I think it should be okay. I don't think I need to add all the extra. And if I do this, I'll get a secondary color. And then to be creaky and not waste whatnot, I'll get that. And then where's my little stamp? Here's my stamp. My stamp has a little blue to it, which orange and blue are a vibration color, so not mad at that. All right. So there we go. This is my official goodbye. This is the half hour later. We have those cards we said we make a double pocket by folding up. We can make a double pocket that is straight. We can make a double pocket that is half slanted. We can make a full pocket for something big, like a big tag. We can do a journal, which I'm sorry I didn't have time to really actually sit through with you, but you can do the journal. We can do the washi thing as well. Just use regular paper. The washi might not be the actual thing to do with this, but it's possible to make a little mini journal, especially if you're getting those cards. And then you have your acetate window that makes a pocket that's beautiful, and all of those can become those kind of things. So this is what I have for you guys today, my idea. I hope you've enjoyed it, and again, please consider subscribing and coming back and visiting me over and over again. Until next time, ciao ciao, bye.